Yes guys, so welcome back to a video, and today I'm just gonna have a bowl of granola and a protein shake because I'm gonna hit the gym in about an hour's time. So let's get this made and then we'll crack off onto the gym in a minute. So yes guys, this is what I'm having: bowl of granola, and I'm gonna have that with Greek yogurt because I've liked the taste of it and it's really good, high in protein, and it's got enough calories to get me through a gym session. Right, so here we are guys, my bowl of Greek yogurt and granola. Quite tasty. I've got a protein shake to go with it and also a bottle of water. So let's dig into that and then we'll head off to a gym afterwards. So we're going to start the session off with pre-exhausting the triceps. So we're just going to do some triceps extensions here. We're going to also superset that with close grip bench press. So when you do a close grip bench, you're going to be activating more of your chest because your triceps are going to be pre-exhausted. So here I am just exhausting my triceps, and my trainer's just making sure I've got the right posture, making sure my elbows aren't flaring out too much. So here we are, we're just moving on to close grip bench press. So this is really good for hitting your triceps, and it also does hit your chest as well. So I know it's a bit of a lightweight at the moment, but this is just making sure I've got a form and a technique right. He's just explaining where he wants my elbows and making sure I'm not pushing the bar too far forward with his hands in position here. And after we do this, we superset it with another set of tricep extensions, and we probably did about 6 exercises on the triceps, making sure pre-exhausted. So then when I do the bench, it's a lot harder because your triceps are pre-exhausted, and it's a good way to train. So what I really enjoy about my personal trainer is he makes sure I have a correct form and technique. And here's another tricep exercise we're doing. He's just making sure I've got a right posture in the arm. This is a good one for proper exploding the triceps out. He's just explaining how he wants me to do it here, and I'm really enjoy working with my personal trainer at the moment. He's shown me a lot of different techniques and different ways to train, so you make sure you have time under tension or pre-exhausting your muscles, so you activate different muscle groups when you're doing a big compound movement. And now with my triceps really exhausted, we go on to the bench dumbbell press. And here he's just watching my form, making sure I've got good technique, making sure I'm going deep enough when I'm coming down to really stretch out the chest muscles. And it's so much harder when you've got pre-exhausted triceps because you're having to use more of your chest, and he's just explaining that I should be feeling it a lot more in my chest because we've noticed my chest isn't that well developed compared to my triceps. After a set, we've now moved on to another set of bench press with the dumbbells, and my triceps are really on fire at the moment. And as you can see, my triceps are trying to really not let me do this, but he's there just saying, come on, push through it, push through it. That's another good thing about having a trainer, is where you will make sure you don't sell yourself short on your reps or your volume of work, because it's good going to a gym and just working out, but you've got to make sure you've got the volume in there. And then after this one, you see another set of close grip bench, and here he's just making sure I'm got a form. He's just explaining to me where he wants my elbows pushed and basically saying make sure I'm exploding up, make sure I'm squeezing the chest out of top of the extension.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
Yeah.
baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast.
So what we are doing here is we're just talking about my form and the way I'm pushing the dumbbells up, and we're getting to another set, and this is the last set on the bench press, and my triceps are really on fire at the moment. So this is a really hard set to do because we've had so much volume put through our triceps, and he's just going to be there to support me. That's another good thing about having a trainer, or even if you go to a gym with a buddy, there's someone there to help you and push you through that last set, making sure you're getting the right amount of training and right amount of volume in. And it's always good to have someone there to spot you in case you can't handle a weight and basically stop you dropping the weight on your face, really. Fine press, this is another one, really good, hits your shoulders, your triceps and your chest as well, and it's just a really good exercise to make sure you work in. And my form on it is a little bit sloppy at the moment because I lower one side a lot quicker on the other, but it just takes time to make sure you've got a correct amount of control and mind muscle connection, which is a good thing at the moment, and you can really see our muscles working at the moment. Alright, so here what we're going into is a decline bench press supersetted with crunches. So you obviously do the decline bench press, and you set there just making sure I've got the bar moving safely. Just, it's always nice to have that little bit of help and support, and then we move into our crunches because summer's coming up. You want to make sure you've got that nice body for the summer, don't you? And moving on to our next exercise is we're going to be doing a row into sit-ups and also pressing the bar above your head. It's a really good workout because you're incorporating so many different muscles, fibers. You've got your abs working, and then you're obviously doing a decline bench press which hits your chest, your triceps, your shoulders, and then you move on to your crunches as well. So my trainer's just gonna explain and show to me what he wants me to do, and this one is an absolute killer. It takes so much core strength to keep a bar pushed up as you're doing these crunch up. So let's jump into this one.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed.
Alright, so here, as you can tell, I'm pretty damn exhausted. So if you get to a point where you need a 20-30 second rest, take that rest and then crank out the last couple of reps, because there's nothing like just quitting when you're fatigued. You should give yourself a little bit of time to rest, like I'm doing here, and then carry on and finish in a set, because you don't want to sell yourself short. Now we move on to seated delt raises, and this is an absolute killer. Not many people do these, and we superset it with standing delt raises, and honestly a lot of people struggle with these because it's so much force you're using just to lift your arms up with the weight, and you've got to make sure you slowly bring them down as well. Standing up into standing delt raises, and these are an absolute killer, especially when you've pre-exhausted your delts. You're just there. At this point I was thinking, please just let me just finish this set. I need that little bit of rest, but there's no point selling yourself short. Like I've said, you should push yourself to the limits, making sure you're activating everything. And now we go into the chest fly on the cable machines, and we superset it with a thing called angel raises, and it's a really good way to get a full range of movement. So there's 2 days working, guys. I've just had a shower and now I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm probably gonna make myself some chicken stir fry. You know, gotta make sure you've eaten after a gym. Make sure you've got all the calories in, to make sure you've got the protein in your system to fuel your muscles. And if you guys want to see a video of what I eat on an average day, I'm more than happy to make that. Drop it in the comments saying you would like to see what I eat, so maybe it will give you an idea on what to eat if you're struggling to put on a weight. I mean, I'm not the expert in it, but it's worked for me. I mean, in 3 months I've put on 5 kilos of weight. It's not the greatest, but I don't want to go crazy and jump my calories up to like 5,000 calories a day and just put on a load of fat. I'm making sure I'm doing it sensible. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.